Hello, and welcome to the Wine Educate podcast. I'm your host, Joanne Close, and this is episode 90. Very exciting because we're only 10 episodes away from 100, which is wild to me, but pretty cool. So, as you know, every 10 episodes, I do ask that you share the podcast. If you like the podcast, if it is helpful to you, just let someone else know. Send a text message to your friend with the link. I would really appreciate it. So we're continuing our series on planning for the new year, wine goals. And this week, we're talking about the goal of visiting a vineyard in 2026. And I know some of you may be thinking, well, Joanne, I can't exactly fly to Argentina for 2 weeks. And I fully understand that. But I will say, if you do a little poking around, a little research, you may find that there is a vineyard or winery closer than you think. So, as many of you know, I live here in the swamp in Louisiana. This climate is not conducive to grape growing. However, there is a vineyard here. If I hopped in my car and drove for about an hour, I would end up at a vineyard and I could see grapes growing. I could poke around, maybe get a tour and be shown the facilities, taste some wine. And even from spending one day on a vineyard, you learn so much. All these concepts that we read about and we learn about in class, they just click, and all the aha moments are very valuable. So have a look around, see what's close to you. My Brits, you guys are making wine, right? In the southern part of England. Fabulous. You can just get on the train. Every state in the United States makes wine. They may not grow the grapes for the wine, but they're making wine. So try and find it. As you may or may not know, we offer a few trips a year to Chateau Campbell's, my family's vineyard in the south of France. So mom and dad bought a vineyard here 25 years ago and have been planting more vines, making wines. They do everything themselves. They grow their own grapes and they make the wine at the estate. So in the summertime, we have some trips that are available. I'm going to discuss 2 of these trips. I'm going to give you a general overview of what they're like, and I'm going to address some of the most common questions that you all have been emailing me. First, the WSET Level 2 Award in Wines trip. On this trip, Nancy and I teach the Level 2 curriculum. We have 16 hours of classroom time where we taste 48 wines. So we do about 2 classes a day. We also have time to visit vineyards and see a lot of these concepts in real life. One of the main questions about this trip is, do I have to take the exam that week? And the answer is no. You can come and take the course and enjoy the trip and then take the exam at a later date after you've maybe had more time to study and let the concepts sink in. Also, we have flexibility on this trip and how it operates. Last year, we had a husband and wife come. The husband took the full course and the full trip experience. His wife was not interested in the actual class, but wanted to join for dinners. So we made arrangements to make that happen. If you have a situation like that, reach out to me and we can talk about it and make it work. The Languedoc Food and Wine Experience I created for students of all levels. This trip, we're not teaching a certified WSET class, but we are going to be learning about the wine regions in the Languedoc and visiting some of the really interesting producers of oysters, olive oil, honey, vinegar. There's so much beautiful food that is made in this region. And of course, we're going to eat and drink. For both of these trips, the number one question I get is, how do I get to you? What's the best way to get to Chateau Campbell's? Chateau Camposen's is near the town of Narbonne, and it's really centrally located, so it's easy to get to on the train. If you're flying into Paris, you can take a direct train. It's about 4.5 hours. If you're flying into Barcelona, that's also a direct train of about 2 hours. And what's a really lovely itinerary is if you can fly into Barcelona and then fly out of Paris. So you get the best of both of those cities. And for my folks that are already in Europe, well, pretty easy, right? Hop on one of those small little planes, or better yet, just take a train from wherever you are to get to Narbonne. If you go to wineeducate.com/trips, you can see the itineraries. We have the full itineraries. This gives you a really good idea of what to expect. And if you have questions about these trips, email me directly, Joanne, JOANNE, at wineeducate.com. It's me. I'll be very happy to answer your questions. Next week is the final episode of our goal setting series. We're going to be talking about online classes and how they work, because I'm starting to teach the WSET classes online and getting lots of questions about how that works. I hope you all are enjoying this festive time of year. And beginning in January, I'll be starting the sparkling wine series. So be sure to like and subscribe if you have not done so already, so you don't miss out on that. All right, have a lovely week, and I will see you next time.